What's up? It's Greg Tepper, Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com, here with my instant reaction for Week 6 of the Texas high school football season. I'm getting ready to go on High School Scoreboard Live on Fox Sports Southwest, so if you're into that kind of thing, then tune in to Fox Sports Southwest. But I've got some instant thoughts from a big night of Texas high school football here on a Friday night. Let's start with Allen's win over Tascasita, 49 in a row. They have won at Allen Eagle Stadium, and they've taken on all comers. What is impressive to me about Allen, I am not worried about the offense. Okay, I really wasn't. They had to figure out the quarterback spot. It feels like they have with General Booty. They have the receivers there in the Green brothers, Bryson and Blaine Green. But most importantly tonight, the defense showed up. The defense played a big game against the Tascasita offense that, I think is still figuring out what it's going to be without their quarterback Bryce Matthews. But I do think that this is a team that is going to be very, very dangerous down the road in Allen. So keep an eye on them. If you thought that last year's loss to Rockwall in the area round was going to carry over, I think that the hangover is over. Carthage beats Pleasant Grove 35-7. Carthage in back-to-back weeks has now beaten the number 2 and number 7, what is presently the number 2 and number 7 ranked teams in 4A Division 2, and they've beaten them by 28 points each on the road. That's the team to beat in 4A Division 2. West Orange Stark will have something to say about it. Pleasant Grove's going to be in the mix. Gilmer's still going to be in the mix. A lot of good teams in 4A Division 2. It goes through Carthage. That is not, I think, up for particular debate right now. Okay. DeSoto. Let's talk about DeSoto. DeSoto dazzles in their debut against Converse Judson. I was extremely impressed with the defense. That's the first time that Converse Judson has been shut out since 2005. What? Defense showed out. Offense with Samari Collier had a big game too. Big game for DeSoto. Aledo survives Lone Star. Great game there. This is one of those games I come out of it feeling better about both teams. I feel like Aledo, offense is starting to click. Offense is starting to get going. Brant Hayden, the sophomore quarterback, is starting to get going. Feel good about them. And Lone Star, I know that they're 0-2, but that is a much better result in my mind to go on the road and basically kind of lose a heartbreaker to Aledo than maybe that loss to North Forney. Although, what does it say about North Forney? Good win for them. Ryan edges Geyer in a great game. In the end, Ryan's playmakers with Billy Bowman and their defense ends up being the difference. And Ryan is 2-0. And look, I know we haven't seen Highland Park. I know we haven't seen Lancaster. I know we haven't seen a couple of teams. I know Longview's took a loss, but they looked really good. We'll get to them in a moment. But Ryan looks like the team for a Division 1. I'm 5 Division 1. I mean, that's 2 top 11 6A wins. No, what more do you want? San Marcos beats Lockhart on a Hail Mary, so that's fun. Speaking of the former Denton Geyer coach, Coach Walsh, they are now they go and they beat Lockhart on a Hail Mary, so Rattlers are feeling pretty good about them. Duncanville, impressive in their debut. Started off slow against South Oak Cliff, 17-0 at halftime. They hit the gas in the second half. They're figuring out the quarterback spot. Feels like Grayson James is growing into that position a little bit. Roderick Daniels is a superstar, but more importantly, that defense, ferocious. Keep an eye on Duncanville. Manville hammers Crosby. Manville may, in fact, be a year early, but I think that the future may be bright, but the present is awful bright as well. Manville looked very, very good. Lubbock Coronado beats Cooper. I believe the final score was 28-0. Good on the Coronado defense, which matched Cooper's defense, step for step. And then, of course, they were able to get enough from Sawyer Robertson against that outstanding Cooper defense. Great win for Lubbock Coronado. They are 2-0 on the year. Tyler Legacy beats Tyler in the Rose City rivalry. We had Joe Willis on Football Friday. He was very fired up about it. And Tyler Legacy, keep an eye on them. That offense is humming. That offense has scored, I think it's 72 and 40 points in their first 2 games. Next week, they go to Longview. That'll be a lot of fun. Argyle beats Melissa. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Argyle's a team to beat in 4A Division 2, or 4A Division 1, rather. I'm sorry if that offends people, but right now, look at the resume. Look what they've done, all right? I'm just judging based on the results. Argyle's a team to beat in 4A Division 1. They looked fantastic in their win over Melissa. Bridgeland beats Shadow Creek in a thriller. Kyron Jones did not play in this game for Shadow Creek, but what a great game for Bridgeland, the new program, one of the new programs there in Cy-Fair ISD. Great win for the Bears. They get it, and Shadow Creek is now 0-2. What? They've now have 2 losses this year when they had 1 loss in their first 2 years combined. Not worried about Shadow Creek. Don't worry about them. But just kind of remarkable about the success they've had. Rockdale pummels Cameron Yo in the Battle of the Bell. Great win for Rockdale. Getting back on track. Defense stepped up big in this game. Great win for Rockdale. Longview blows away Marshall. That's how you bounce back. I don't know what John King did after that loss to Temple last week, but it worked. And I wonder if they heard me pick Marshall. So I will accept the kudos for encouraging Longview to win that game. A couple of six-man highlights. Six-man game of the week, according to Granger Huntress, was Union Hill and St. Joe. Union Hill stays unbeaten with a win over St. Joe. Great win for Union Hill. And Lamesa Klondike stays unbeaten. They beat Wood Harrell. Great win for Lamesa Klondike. Crazy game of the night belongs to Eastland and Panhandle. Eastland 91, Panhandle 71. It's the fourth highest scoring 11-man UIL Texas high school football game since 1951. That's amazing. And in fact, Eastland, it was 91-50 or 71 with like 8 minutes left, and then nobody scored. So we were within range of our first 100-point game for a team since 1969. But instead, 91-61, they'll just have to settle for, 162 points. Yeah, other than that. Okay, I got to get going for High School Scoreboard Live. They're calling me in my ear. What's that? What's that? You need me to stop talking? I have to go. I love you. TexasFootball.com for all things Texas high school football. Bye-bye.